Happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays, CW, my favorite elf.
I am the tallest elf you know.
Indeed. Holiday season is here. And what a better way to celebrate with rock and blues legendary guitarist Gary Hoey. Gary just released a new album for Record Store Day, Hark, the Ho Ho Hoey hits. Plus, he has begun his holiday Ho Ho Hoey tour. This episode of our show is all things Christmas and holiday with a little added spice by Gary.
In 1993, Gary Hoey got well known for his remake of Focus's Hocus Pocus. He then followed that with the original soundtrack to Endless Summer 2, and in 97 with one of his first big Christmas hits, You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. Gary one time auditioned for Ozzy Osbourne when Ozzy was searching for a replacement for Jakey Lee, but the job went to Zakk Wylde. Now, after 30 years, 24 albums, Gary is considered one of today's most acclaimed guitarists.
So grab yourself a cup of eggnog and cozy up next to the fire, and let's talk holiday spirit with Gary Hoey. What's up there, Gary? How you doing, man? We don't have a lot of time, so let's just get right into it. CW and I were talking about doing a holiday show for our podcast and, reminiscing about Christmas time and the Mark and Brian Christmas show. We just have so many fond memories of you being there and, coming into the studio during the holiday time. So it just was, a no-brainer to ask you to do this. Also, there isn't another person that I can think of that embodies the true spirit of what the holiday is all year long. You are one of the most positive thinking. You radiate goodness all year long. And, somebody like that, you have to say, happy holidays. Thank you, Gary Hoey, for joining us today.
Oh, my pleasure. Great to see you. I miss you guys, and I appreciate the kind words for sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, we got a lot of things to get into. CW, you want to start or?
It's Ho Ho Hoey time, which is a very busy time of the year for you, man. And you're just kicking off the mini tour.
17 shows. We've already played 3. Yep.
Should we talk about the shows coming up that are close by? Because we're going to put this up quick so people can go to them. But, it's you're doing like 3 shows around here, some different places.
Around here being the Los Angeles area,
where, it's like we have a strong listenership because of, our days with
the Coach House, Hermosa Beach at St. Rock, and we'll be in Ramona, kind of near San Diego, Ramona main stage, which is a little bit outside San Diego. The Coach House, I think it's on the 16th or the 17th.
Yep, 16th.
And then there's a place in Hermosa Beach this time, St. Rock.
Yep, that's our last show, I think, on the 17th.
Oh, great. Yeah, and the Ramona is on the main stage, so there must be some sort of Christmas celebration going on in the city or something like that.
Yeah, it's going to be a great show. Those shows are always like really good times to finish up the tour. We always start out in the freezing cold and we end up in California.
Where to us, it's still freezing.
No, but here, oh my goodness, it was like 17 degrees the other morning, so it's really cold.
Oh my God, just crazy. Yeah, so the Ramona and then the great Coach House. What a fantastic venue in San Juan Capistrano. I know that's always a great place to play. Gary, you got some new Christmas music out. Let me get this straight.
Nutcracker Sugar Plum Fairies.
Nutcracker Sugar Plum Fairy. I woke up, that was in my head this morning, so that's good.
Oh, that's cool. Awesome. Yeah, I haven't released any new Christmas music in a while, and I've been recording a bunch of songs. I'll probably have a new full album out next year. But I didn't have it quite done, and I didn't want to put out an EP. So I was like, I'm just going to put out a single just to have something new, And I've been working on the Nutcracker over the last couple of years. And, I always loved Tchaikovsky and the Nutcracker. So I kind of put my own little spin on it. And I was thinking kind of Ronnie James Dio, I was sort of like,
yeah.
Ronnie James Dio, God rest his soul. Like if he had a Christmas party, it would be like, That's when I was.
God, that's great.
That's awesome, Gary. That's really awesome. Did you ever think, I mean, this was what, 95? Is that when you started the Ho Ho Hoey stuff?
Yeah, 28 years ago.
Wow.
It started out, in my bedroom on an 8-track recorder. Just me and Dave Kaplan, my manager, we had just had a big hit with Hocus Pocus. We just sort of had my first instrumental, like solo record come out a couple years before. And so we were just, we had some success, some surprise success. We weren't expecting it. And we honestly thought about, let's just like record some holiday music to send to our friends at radio for bumper music. We never thought it would be like a big album release. We just thought it would just be like some fun music, because rock radio didn't have a lot of Christmas music to play. That was rock and roll. And I thought if I did it instrumental, then it wouldn't get in the way with the words. People know the word. So I started recording some Christmas music, and I really put a lot into it. My mother was a big, inspiration for me with Christmas music, and she kept saying, "You got to record a nice Christmas album." And I tried to do a nice Christmas album, but I said, "Man, I want to rock it." So my thinking was, what if I came up with like a crazy riff, that was just heavy and evil, and then I snuck in the Christmas song. And most of my Christmas songs, they never start off with the Christmas melody. I always try to do something different. So people go, what is that? If I'm doing the Grinch, it's like, I want to start off with like a Metallica riff and then sneak them in, and then all of a sudden start playing a Christmas song. So that was my thinking. But I never thought I'd be 28 years later, I would have, 3 generations of families coming to my shows, and that I would be part of people's tradition. So it's just a crazy thing. And it's an honor, and a thrill to be able to say that I can be a part of people's holidays.
Gary, this holiday season, you got to talk with the good, with the bad things as well, because that's life. And I know that this year was really tough on you, losing your mother and your sister. Both in 1 year. So how are you approaching the holidays to keep their spirit intact?
Well, today is actually the anniversary of my sister passing. Was when I woke up, I realized that, it's been hard. I mean, losing my mom, I was super close to my mom. As you guys know, I was always sharing her on the internet with Coffee Time with Mom, and she kind of became an internet sensation, and we sell her coffee mug t-shirts at the website. So she still lives on. I'm just so thankful for what I had with my mom and the relationship, when she lived to 84. So I know a lot of people, they lose their mothers even younger. So I was happy to have her as long as I did. My sister, unfortunately, was touched by cancer, and so many families, have cancer affect them in that way. So, I just said, we're no different than any other family. You can't change the fate of life. So I just know that my sister and my mom really want me to be happy and to keep going and be positive. So I try to stay away from that dark place of depression and anxiety and things like that. And I have my moments, obviously, like everybody does. But I just try to embrace life and just say, you know what, I had these great people in my life, and I have a lot of fans that look up to me and support me. And I think I'd rather be a positive role model and an inspiration to so many of my fans and friends, because they're going through really hard times sometimes too. And I can show them that, if you just wake up and keep a positive attitude and look at what you do have and not what you don't have, that you can find happiness even in the middle of all this, crazy darkness or depression or things that are going on in the world. If you focus on that, then, it doesn't really help. So that's been my motivation.
Yeah, that's great.
I love how you idolized your mom, Gary, and, just watching those videos and the Coffee Time, and, when she was sick in bed and you're sitting there and you're stroking her hair and you're just being present with her was so touching. And then to hear, it wasn't a soap opera, but it was something we all followed. You and your relationship, your close relationship with your mom was so beautiful. And, then when she passed, it was like, all your fans felt that.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much. I mean, my mom was a special person. She was a very unique lady, and her personality and everyone she met, like I went to the pharmacy the other day, and some lady said, was your mother Barbara? And I said, yeah. And she said, oh, we loved her. She always made us laugh, and she always had a great upbeat attitude. So my mom touched everyone she met. So to share her was incredible. And I still, when I go out on the road, fans come up to me and they give me a hug and I loved your mom. And so, a lot of people, like I said, they have lost their mom. So they were kind of seeing my relationship and maybe getting some love through that. And I had a lot of men, reach out to me like, you reminded me I need to reach out to my mom. I need to spend more time with my mother because it's precious. So I hope I influenced, some people to spend more time with their mom, and even to just forgive your mom. Like, relationships happen, and I know people that are estranged from their parents, and my mom always felt like, she wasn't the best mom at times or whatever she did. And I always told her, you had 6 kids, you came from nothing, you did so incredible for us. So whatever you're holding on to, please let it go. I forgive you for whatever you think you did. And that was a great thing for our relationship. Forgiveness really,
it's powerful.
Yeah, absolutely. So I kept telling her, forgive yourself for whatever you think you did.
And see, that's what I was talking about, the spirit that not as only at this time, you carry that, 365, a year. And I just admire you for that and thank you for that, because I get a lot of inspiration from, like your Facebook page and stuff like that. It's like, no matter what, hey, get up, going out, go walk, go do some exercise, go live life,
Yeah, exactly. Enjoy it, because I realize how precious life is and how really short it is. I'm already in my 60s and I'm just looking at my life saying, I just want to do the most I can with, what I have left and my 2 kids, to see them, see me, inspired and going. And, it's, it just makes me cherish every day, because we don't know what tomorrow brings. We don't really know.
I love that your son is quite the guitar player also.
Oh, he's so incredible. This last weekend, he played some shows with me, and, it's the first time I actually took him on the road. Oh, wow. Because he's been doing mostly local shows with me. Just, he'll come up and play locally. But this last week we drove to Pennsylvania, and, we played in New York, and I just saw him literally grow, like in a 5-day period. I saw him just get a little, roughness on him, where he just became more seasoned in some way, and his performances got better each night. Like, I just literally saw him improving, because little things happen on the road that you want it to be perfect, but stuff happens. And most of being a professional is not that you're going to make everything perfect. It's how you react when things don't go perfect.
It's putting out the fires.
Yeah, how you bounce back, and how you just, if you make a mistake, you keep smiling and you keep moving, And so I'm proud of him. Thank you.
And is he doing the whole tour with you, or just a few close dates?
He's doing a lot of the shows, but he's not coming to California at this point. He's got some stuff going on, so he's not doing all the fly dates with me, unfortunately. But I'm hoping by next year, he will go out and do the whole tour. And we've been working in the studio together. I've been teaching him how to record, and he's writing songs. And I have this idea of doing an album together, and actually calling it like Father, Like Son, doing a real collaborative record where we can record the whole thing together and go out and tour behind it and bring him with me. So that's my next goal.
Love that.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
I was just going to mention, like teaching and mentoring. You also have coming up the rock and roll
fantasy camp.
That's coming up in February, is it?
Yes, February, with Nancy Wilson from Hark, the DeLeo brothers from Stone Temple Pilots, and Chris Slade from AC/DC is going to be there. And I've been doing these camps for about 10 years now, and it's sensational. I mean, it's just amazing, because we have a lot of musicians come up that are beginners. You don't have to be a professional. You can be a beginner, intermediate, advanced, and we put together 10 bands roughly, and each band gets a rock star mentor that helps them and gets in the trenches, like Rudy Sarzo, and
oh yeah,
see Joel Hoekstra, like all these different professionals come in, and we help them to teach them, how it is to be in a band, and how to rehearse, how to get along, how to compromise. When you're in the band, you got to kind of learn that. And sometimes we get like businessmen, they're CEOs of companies, and they're like, I have 300 people that work for me. And I'm like, yeah, well, right now you're just a drummer in the band, just rock and roll. And they learn from it, and they go home to their families and their businesses, and they changes the way they interact with people, because being in a band, it's about a compromise, and it's not about everybody being perfect. It's about the collective thing, creating the sound and this force. that is unique. And the payoff is they go play the Whiskey A Go Go, on a Saturday night. And some of these people have never been on stage in their life. So I love seeing people's dreams come true. It's so amazing.
That's fun. I wish I could play guitar enough that it would be worthy of me to do it, because I don't even know where the chords are at this point. I forgot since high school.
You know what? That's another thing that I noticed on your website, your instructional videos.
Yeah.
I was watching one last night. It was like, I learned more from that than I did from like so many different things, on harmonics. I can't wait to catch the other ones, because the way that you are as a teacher, you're easy to listen to, and you're a very good teacher. You just cut it down just to the basics, and it was great. So check out Gary's website for all sorts of great stuff.
Thank you so much. Yeah, you could do the camp, my friend. Even if you knew like a root in a fifth power chord, we could teach you how to play from there. I mean, I've had people only know like 2 chords, and by the weekend with us, it's amazing.
That's cool. I want to go back to the Nutcracker Sugar Plum Fairy. I believe you played all the instruments. Is that correct in that recording?
I did. I played all the instruments. And I've been doing that a lot. Like all my holiday records, I played everything on all the Christmas records. And my other albums, I usually have a band come in and play. But when it's the holiday stuff, I'm kind of sitting at home, just playing in my studio. And I play the keyboards, the guitars, the bass, and the drums. I either kind of program them, because now the computers, you can kind of program what you want it to do. But I do have a kit back there that we play too sometimes. My son's been learning the drums as well. But I'm pretty good at programming drums. I'm not a great drummer. I won't say I am.
Pretty much as soon as AI takes over, you won't even have to show up for the recordings.
It's pretty much going to write the songs for us. But
right.
I'm hoping not. I still want to have a job.
CW's got a bunch of great Christmas questions that, go to that fun part if you're ready there, CW, just to...
Go ahead, Reed. Start it off.
What is your favorite Christmas television special?
Oh, wow. My favorite Christmas stuff, my favorite Christmas movies are probably a cross between watching, A Christmas Story, with the little kid who wants the BB gun, you'll shoot your eye out.
Yeah.
I can't get sick of that one. And I love the one with Jimmy Stewart. It's a Wonderful Life?
Wonderful Life?
Yeah. That one, I just can't get sick of that movie. I love that movie every single time. And I love the Grinch, I love the Grinch.
Of course.
When I was recording my first Christmas records, I started out, you always have to record a Christmas album in July. So I couldn't find any sheet music, I couldn't find anything like that. So I'm sitting there and I got the VHS tape on and I'm going, and I'm trying to learn the melody just listening to the TV, and so the Grinch is just one of my favorites. And now they have the animated ones, the Jim Carrey one,
Yeah.
So that's another one I can't miss. And I watch them with the kids. My kids love it.
How old are you kids?
My son just turned 22 and
That's
my
Ian.
and my daughter Allison, she's 25.
Okay. What was the best toy you got for Christmas?
Oh man. Going back to when I was a kid, there was always these gifts that I wanted like so bad, I remember getting real excited about, getting my Hot Wheels, with the track and the loop thing. I wanted the Hot Wheels really
Supercharger?
The Supercharger. And the ultimate though, my ultimate Christmas gift that I think I remember getting was a Stingray bike. And it had the chopper handlebars that were really wide. And it had the banana seat.
Banana seat.
The banana seat, and it had like the high sissy bar with the pad on the back, and you could kind of sit back and cruise. That was like the ultimate gift for me, man.
Could you do wheelies?
Oh yeah, I used to do wheelies. I used to put like a couple of baseball cards in the spokes. Chopper going down the road, and me and my friends. This is before like Xbox and PlayStation. We used to go in the garage, and our folks would let us use power tools, and we would cut metal pipe and spray them silver and jam them on the end of our forks. We'd drill holes and put the wheel like on the end of this 5-foot, pipe, and create our own choppers. I'm not kidding. I love friends do that, and we go down the street really cool.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever dip your tires in lighter fluid and then light them and ride?
Wow. Okay, we never got to that extreme. I never did anything like that, but that sounds really cool.
Did you, CW?
Yeah, we tried.
Uh,
I'm not saying it's a good choice. I'm just saying it's something as, little kid, you try this stuff. Back when your parents would let you do kind of anything and they never knew what was happening.
well, like Gary said, no PlayStation, no Nintendo, no.
Yeah, we did very dangerous things. We did play with lighter fluid. I know we did, but we never did something like that. And, we would just go outside and, just do crazy things. That's what we did. We had nothing else to do.
Great stuff. What's your favorite holiday tradition that you've carried down from your family?
My favorite holiday tradition is really just, we always everybody always opens their gifts on Christmas morning. You wake up Christmas morning and you hope that Santa Claus came and didn't bring you coal in your stocking and everything. But we always had a tradition where we would get to open one gift on Christmas Eve, just one. And we could pick out whatever one we'd pick out one, and my mom would have a few gifts for us, and then she'd say, Santa's going to bring the rest of the stuff. But we got to pick out one Christmas present that was pretty special to me, just to be able to open up something because we were so excited and we couldn't fall asleep. And so I've been doing the same thing with my kids for years. And now, my daughter's married. She doesn't really live with us, but we still get together on Christmas and or Christmas Eve, and we all open up a present. So it's kind of nice. We get to exchange a gift, which is, I think, a fun thing.
Oh, that's great. I love that.
I have to say, one of the things that was always disappointing for me is when you picked the present and it wound up being like the underwear or the socks, and you then had to wait another 12 hours before you got the good present.
Yeah, exactly. Because it was always like that, like the movie socks and you throw them over your shoulder.
Yeah.
Where you're like, oh man, God, I wasn't excited about that.
That's great stuff.
Have you ever re-gifted a present?
Oh yeah. So many times. I hate to say it, but I got like a cheese board, cheese board with like the cutter thing and stuff, and I re-gifted it to somebody. And it's easy to re-gift like a bottle of wine or something, but yeah, there's been a lot of stuff that over the years I don't want to happily say, but I have re-gifted, man. But more just stuff that's like I wouldn't re-gift something that was something someone gave me that was really sincere, something that was more of a casual gift or something like that. I have re-gifted going to another Christmas party. You just bring it to the next party.
Another guitar.
Yeah.
What Christmas carol gets stuck in your head? I mean, so many of them, I'm sure, just like playing nonstop. But what's one that really means something to you?
Oh, man. Playing a holiday tour, there's so many Christmas songs always going through my head. But the one that I can never seem to get out of my head that makes me feel like Christmas, and I think of my mom playing her vinyl records and playing, Frank Sinatra and Elvis and Bing Crosby and all this stuff. But it's the one that goes like this. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Mm-hmm. That just, it just warms my heart when I hear it, and then it gets stuck in my head.
Love it.
Something real quick.
Yeah.
I was tour this week, and this beautiful fan showed up at my show with this.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God.
So for those of you that can't see, since we're only audio, it is a guitar, a green guitar with a little bit, it looks like a brown pick guard, but it may not be.
That's right.
It's a Christmas tree.
Christmas tree shaped.
Yeah, Christmas tree shaped, and it's got a stump on the bottom, like a little stump for the tree.
Oh, I didn't see that. Did they make it?
Electric guitar. This guy handmade it. He does custom like motorcycle and paint jobs and stuff, but he carved it and made it, luthered the whole thing, and it looks like a Christmas tree, and it really works. It's awesome.
Oh my God.
I wish I could take a picture of that. And then on the bottom of the guitar, it's either printed or is it like actual like dimensional letters, but it says Ho Ho Hoey on it.
It says Ho Ho Hoey right there. They're like raised metal letters right off the guitar. Isn't that cool?
That's odd. How's it sound?
It actually sounds good. I'll YouTube video. I played Rocking Around the Christmas Tree with it the other night.
Is it on YouTube so we can post it on our website?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. It's not on my channel, but the guy's name is Mike, but I'll find the link and I'll share it on my social media so you guys can find
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah. That's really
great.
cool.
That's awesome.
Let's see. Santa Claus or Krampus?
it. I'm going with Santa Claus.
Okay. In the cage match, you think he'd take it?
Yes, I definitely think if there was like a UFC fight, I think Santa would win, you know.
What would your elf name be?
My elf name? My elf name would probably be Harry Goey.
Love it.
It's like you knew that was coming.
That's great.
What celebrity or musician would you like to spend the holidays with? And what would you do with them?
Oh, wow. I probably want to hang out with like Adam Sandler or somebody, you know. He just seems so fun, you know, and I'd probably want to hang out with him. And what was the other question?
And what would you do with them?
Oh man, we would just party. We'd sing some Christmas songs. We would drink some eggnog and wear some stocking hats. You know?
Would you write some songs with Adam?
Yeah, I think we would
for the new album.
Yeah,
why not?
Write a new song. Absolutely.
Love it. Love it. Gary, thank you so much for taking your time. I know that you're really busy with the tour right now and it's just crazy, but like we said at the beginning, it's like you embody the Christmas spirit all year long. And we can't think of Christmas without thinking of Gary Hoey. And thank you so much for everything that you've done and for your positive attitude and for all your work, you know, with the veterans that you do and all your other special things that you do, Toys for Tots and stuff like that.
Well, thank you, my dear friend. You and I have known each other for decades, and I love you both. And I appreciate you having me on the show. And anytime you want me, I'll be here for you.
Excellent. Well, we got that new album coming up with Lead It Forward. We want to hear about that too.
Yes, I'll keep you posted about that. And we have our first ever vinyl. I know everybody can't see it, but we put out a red vinyl record that just came out. It's called Hark, the Ho Ho Hoey Hits. And we put it out on Black Friday for
Record Store Day.
We're trying to get people to go out to the stores and go have some fun. So we have never done a red vinyl, and this is it.
Oh my God!
Awesome!
Got to go get that.
So check your local record store because you won't find it on Amazon or Best Buy and places like that. So check the little mom and pop shops to see if they still have them in stock.
We're trying to promote people to get off the couch and go check out some records, man. It's fun,
right?
Absolutely,
nothing like the original vinyl. Happy holidays, Gary. Really appreciate your time.
You too. Love you guys. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
Love you too.
Oh, Hanukkah.
And Hanukkah.
And Hanukkah and Kwanzaa.
Appreciate you guys having me. Much love.
Nothing like a nice guy like Gary to celebrate and spend some Christmas time with. Rightio?
Oh, my God. You know, after all the time that we have, spent with him, working with the Mark and Brian holiday show and all sorts of things, just playing his music for years and years. Just, the fact that he's just such a great guy just means so much to me, you know?
Yeah, he is. And if you ever get to chance to get to see him on tour, especially for the Ho Ho Hoey tour, you know what? Give him a shout out because really the guy is just so down to earth and so nice and just, he loves it. I don't know. He loves the world, it seems like.
Yeah, he does. And he's a bright light that we need in this darkness sometimes.
We need more Ho Ho Hoeys.
You know what? We forgot to mention one quick thing about Gary Hoey. Remember the opening of California Adventure and Screaming Over California?
Screaming.
He did the soundtrack for that.
Yes, he did. Among all the other things he's done here, he did do the music for that. It's no longer on there because they changed the theming, but at one time.
Yeah. You've heard him somehow, some way. You can find Gary's new holiday single, The Nutcracker, still in my head, Sugar Plum Fairy at Gary's website or Amazon Music, Apple Music, and more. You can also find more information on Gary's instructional guitar videos, which are very good, all at Gary Hoey, HOEY.com. Plus, Gary has great merch for sale, including the famous Ho Ho Hoey Santa hat, autographed albums, shirts, and more.
Gary's now on tour, and if you've never seen a Ho Ho Hoey show, This is your chance. We promise you won't be disappointed. Find the tour dates at GaryHoey.com. And a special thank you to Nicole Hoey for coordinating the interview and being just as nice as Gary. They're just like the happy people family.
Oh my God. Just more people like that in the world, please.
Right?
Absolutely. You can follow Gary on social media, Facebook, where he and I are Facebook friends, at Gary Hoey official page, and Instagram, Gary Hoey.
And check out our show notes on our website. It's rockand, A-N-D, rollconfessional.rocks. You can find links to some of the subjects talked about in today's show, including links to the new Sugar Plum Fairy download. Find some really cool videos, old videos with Gary and his son Ian, plus tour dates and much more.
And he's going to be here in Southern California, folks. For those folks in Southern California,
Get
and if you're
your tickets
outside of Southern California, all sorts of tour dates that CW has written down for you there on the.
I hand wrote it on the computer screen.
I bet you did, man.
No one can see it because it's my screen, but.
I can't read your writing, so good thing you're a good typer. Thank you to all of our supporters over the year. There are a few ways you can help us. You can subscribe, so as soon as the next episode comes out, you will receive it. And you can write a review and follow and comment on Instagram and Facebook. And thanks again to CW for being the machine behind
the typist.
The handwriter.
The handwriter. The handwriter of life.
Getting in touch with all the people for their Zoom information and all that kind of stuff. And he just does a fabulous job, and love the rock history stuff that you put out.
Oh, thank you, my friend, Rita Wilde. We're wishing everybody the best over the holiday season. And we got another show come up in time, but we just thought we should get the Gary Hoey show up and running. So
Because it's
so festive. I can't believe it.
Oh,
okay, everybody.
Enjoy.
Peace out. Love you all. Bye.
Well, not all of you, but some of you.
You know I'm going to leave that in, right?
No. I'm being a bad